We're looking at the buy, sell, holds, and trades from Week 5 Monday Night Football, Chiefs versus Jaguars. Game just wrapped up. Jaguars win it. An astounding game. Fun to watch. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're breaking down every single game this season, helping you set your lineups, on top of doing player rankings to help you set your lineups. We're doing the waiver wire every single day. Tomorrow we're breaking down 20-some running backs, 20-some wide receivers in 2 separate videos to help you out in your deeper leagues. And then on top of that, we're deep diving all the trending players. Those guys who are jumping the depth chart due to injuries, trade news, whatever. Deep dives whenever that happens. Click that subscribe button. Stop missing out. This one was a fun game. When I was calling and predicting and looking through this matchup earlier, I did not really predict the game script. I just remembered that. I think I didn't predict it. Like, I looked at the numbers. I looked at the 45.5 over-under. I said, well, Vegas is kind of in the middle on this. And they hit the over. And then I looked at the last 5 games and the last 3 games of stats. And I was like, well, they're not predictable because it's been since 2023 since they last played. They played 2 games in 2023, 1 game in 2022. Those were the last 3 games, and these teams are vastly different now. Different coaching staff, obviously, this year for the Jaguars, just different players in general. And then I just went into looking at the quarterbacks. So one thing I can definitely say about looking at the over-under, they hit the over. And from what I gathered from that and what I said is Vegas did not know what to do with that over-under, so they put it right down the middle. And one thing you say is both teams got firepower. Both teams could get it done. We were looking at the Chiefs' defense rather hard for this matchup, and some of it came to light here. You're looking at what happened here. Let's go to the Jaguars wide receivers. Travis Hunter got 3 targets, 3 balls caught, 64 yards. So 9.4 PPR fantasy points. And we said he was going to get some work today. This was one of his better performances. We said he was going to get some work today. And when you're looking at defenses like the Chiefs' defenses, one of those defenses in the league, when you're looking at your fantasy scores and you're like, ugh, that's a rough matchup, I don't know. When you're doing that and you're looking at prop bets, you're looking for daily fantasy football, look at those secondary or third wide receivers in the pecking order. Look at the tight ends. Like Parker Washington got a touchdown today. Not a tremendous amount of work for them. 3 targets for him, 4 targets for Diami Brown as random dart throws or random dart throw bets. It's not guaranteed, but it's also part of the process, especially he had a 45.5 over-under. That's letting us know there was supposed to be some movement one way or the other in this matchup. To me, that let me know Vegas didn't know what to do with this matchup due to what the defense does on the Chiefs side, but also due to the firepower in this matchup. Brian Thomas at least got you to the fairway here. 4 for 80. 4 for 80. So that's 12 PPR fantasy points. We're right smack dab in the fairway. That 10 to 12 range, 10 to 15 range, right there. He's not going to win your week. You're not really happy about it, but you'll take it when you look at the stat sheet. Whenever you see something with double digits, it doesn't hurt as bad. Even though 9 ain't really much from 10, statistically wise, probability wise, they're helping you win your matchup. And it is what it is. Travis Etienne, 12 carries, 49 yards. What did he do in the passing game? So 49 yards, so 3. So he really didn't get it done for you. Didn't really get it done for you. I think most people started him anyways. It was a rough matchup. You knew it was a rough matchup. You're really going to bench him. Who are you going to bench him for? Who are you going to make an extreme decision? Like, it is what it is. That's just a bad beat. I'm looking at Brenton Strange here. I'm not a fan of Brenton Strange. I know the fantasy community likes him. I just look at him as one of those other tight ends who just get a lot of work. You just pluck him and just pray to the fantasy football gods that he gets that touchdown. And that was part of my analysis. It's either he scores the touchdown or he doesn't. He's getting 8 out of like 5. And he's getting some targets here and there in some of these matchups. He's running about, 23 to 25 routes a game. Brian Thomas Jr. got to the fairway. Travis Hunter almost gets you to the fairway, which most of you didn't start him. And I told you he was going to get a little bit more work. Basil Tootin gets a catch. Basil Tootin, 4 carries, 6 yards. No one had any start-sit questions that I've seen with him. Now you're looking at Isaiah Pacheco and Hunt. Had them both as flex plays. Hunt comes in with the 2 touchdowns. And that's really what I said. It's like, who scores the touchdown? I had Pacheco in the rankings, I think, really late. Really low. Like, you were only starting him in a pinch. I think if people had questions with Pacheco, I would have went with the wide receiver. I think running back-wise, I'd be like, you're just gambling on touchdowns. Do what you want type of deal. Like, I'm very laissez-faire, if you don't notice. I'm very laissez-faire. And when you ask, you'll see on the live streams where I just give you scenarios. Because if you're a stud gambler, you're right like 60% of the time. Really like 52 to 55. Especially when you got good models. And you'll go on TikTok. There's a couple accounts that build models for sports betting. Some of them do it against spread. Some of it's straight up money line. Around 50 to 55%, 52 to 55%. 60% when they're hot. I know one account saying, hey, we're running hot right now in college football. We're at 60%. That means they're missing 40%. That's the same with your lineup decisions, especially when you're asking somebody. Tyquan Thornton, 3 for 90. Ain't going to get your panties wet, but this is what you get. That's the experience. And he's a guy that if you plucked off waivers and you just threw him in, you're just happy to get that. You're just happy to get that. That's 12, right? That's the math there. 9 plus 3 is 12. You're happy to get that. Travis Kelce gets a touchdown, 7 balls caught, 61 yards. He's a tight end 1. Hollywood Brown, 8.8. Xavier Worthy, 6 balls caught, 42 yards. Considering he was banged up shoulder and ankle, 10.2. That's fine. He got you to the fairway. Now, with him, it's just like if we get one of those catches and we explode for the big gain, I'll always shoot for that upside. I play to win. I shoot for ups. That's another reason why I give you scenarios, because I like to play for the upside and play to win. So I'll tell you everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's why I do that in the deep dives too, because I'll just gamble. I'll gamble in a lot of spots. I'll also look strategically and see where I can gamble and when I can't. So that's why I give you, like, if you ask a start-sit question with 3 players, I might give you a couple different options. It might give you different ideas, but that's also honesty, and it's also your team. So if I give you those ideas and you run with one, then I think that's helping you, and that's also helping you for the next time, because now you're thinking about your lineups in a different light. You're looking at Patrick Mahomes here and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, 221, a touchdown and a pick. 54 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He smoked it in fantasy. Looked good. Patrick Mahomes, 318, touchdown, INT, 60 yards on the ground, a touchdown. Both these quarterbacks running. Patrick Mahomes is just safe. Like, even when he's having a bad run, it's still safe. Like, it's still okay. Trevor Lawrence is a little bit volatile in fantasy. You see him going 18 for 25. He got it for you on the ground with those 2 touchdowns today. He's fine. I can't really account for misses right now because I can't really think. I think I was counting for Trevor Lawrence to be a little bit more volatile in this matchup. Travis Etienne, like where he was at and what he's been getting volume-wise, like it was a rough matchup. I said I'd start him. I think you can call that. I'm trying to find out things that I kind of missed. Brian Thomas Jr., I don't know. That's so much in the middle right there. I can't really say I was right or wrong because I wasn't really calling anything. I just said it was kind of a rough start. It's an ugly start for the week. Travis Hunter, depending on how you interpreted me, you might say I was right or wrong because I said they were going to go looking at the second, third, fourth options in the passing game, and they spread around like that, and that's what you got to do against the Chiefs. That's what teams did last year against the Chiefs, against the Broncos, the top defenses. I think when I look at this, and one thing I said, I did not guess the game script, but one thing I said was 45.5 over-under. Vegas did not know what to do with it because you got firepower on both ends, but you also got the Chiefs defense. But we also talk about the Chiefs defense has been bending a little bit more this year. You kind of saw that in this game. When I'm looking at the Chiefs, I didn't really have any stone cold predictions. I think Travis Kelce, we talked about His targets were starting to lower. They increased here. He needed some changes for him to be more stable in fantasy. It could get rocky after that because his target share was like 16, 17% going in this game. Last year it was around 20 to 25%. It could either go up to that range, and if it does, expect more big games, or if it stays around that 17% range going forward, he could become volatile. When you're looking at Hollywood Brown, he's always a good dart throw. He got 8 targets in this matchup. Xavier Worthy still, he's an upside dart throw. He's an expensive dart throw. He's a dart throw that can go nuclear on any given Sunday. I mean, he got 9 targets. He got you 10. He got you on the dance floor. He just didn't cut a rug. That's the thing about him. Juju Smith-Schuster, I wasn't really in on him. Isaiah Pacheco, I called him a rough starts. Like, you got to do what you got to do with him. And it's up to between him and Hunt. I wasn't really too bullish on that. Just trying to find my mistakes here for this matchup. My biggest mistake, and I'm kind of upset about it, I already said it like 3 times, is I did not make a call in the game script. Like, that is a big part of my process, and I didn't do it. I just went ADHD when breaking down this game. I apologize for that, even though no one's going to hold me accountable to that. I'll hold myself accountable. That's going to bother me for days. That's something that'll bother me today for days. Like, I didn't have a call in the game script. That is bothering me, guys. That is bothering me, chat. But by process-wise, one thing I did say, Vegas did not know what to do with this game. And process-wise, it's because firepower on both ends. Tough Chiefs defense. Jaguars, weird game scripts going into this matchup. Chiefs can get in some weird game scripts too if you really think about that Eagles game, that Chargers game. They were all weird-ass game scripts. Both of them can get weird. This one was a little bit weird, but it was high scoring and got fun. It got fun. This was a fun one, guys. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.